transforming from within. Dear friends on the path, when anger arises, we are taught not to react. That means we do not speak, we do not act, not yet. To speak or act in the heat of anger is not wise. Instead, we are invited to return to ourselves with tenderness, to care for our anger like we would a wounded child. You see, anger is not something outside of us. It is a living field of energy within us. It is part of us, a crying baby needing to be held. And the most skillful way to care for this energy is to generate another kind of energy, the energy of mindfulness. This second energy, mindfulness, is the energy of the Buddha. It's not a concept. It's not something mystical or distant. It is already present in us, and we can touch it through conscious breathing and mindful walking. The Buddha in us is real when we know how to generate this presence. Mindfulness simply means being truly here, aware of what is happening in the body, in the mind, and in the space around us. And when mindfulness is strong, it embraces everything in its light. Imagine it like this. Your anger is a younger sibling or a small child in distress. And mindfulness is the older sibling or the loving mother, capable of holding, calming, and caring for that suffering child. There is no enemy here. Both the anger and the mindfulness are parts of us. We are not a battlefield. This is not a war between good and evil. Let us not fall into the habit of labeling anger as bad and mindfulness as good. Instead, let us simply see them for what they are. One, a reactive energy, the other, a healing energy. And with compassion, we use the energy of mindfulness to care for and transform the energy of anger. Feelings are organic. Our practice is rooted in the insight of non-duality. Emotions, whether pleasant or painful, are organic in nature. They are all part of one continuum of being. They arise, change, and dissolve. They do not need to be fought, they need to be cared for. In the Buddhist tradition, meditation is not a battlefield. We are not here to make war against what we call negative emotions. That would be a misunderstanding. The practice is not about eliminating suffering, but transforming it. Compost is made from waste. Flowers grow from compost. Without the suffering, there can be no understanding. Without despair, there can be no compassion. So even our pain, our weaknesses, our confusion, they are not to be thrown away. They are the raw material for awakening. Because emotions are organic, they can be transformed. We can learn to use them, not to suppress them, but to guide us toward healing. The wisdom of interbeing. Our path must be rooted in nonviolence. But nonviolence does not come from effort alone. It grows naturally from the insight of interbeing, the deep realization that everything is connected and nothing exists independently. To harm another is to harm ourselves. To punish another is to punish our own heart. As long as we do not see this clearly, violence will remain within us. We will continue to want to retaliate, to suppress, to destroy. But when we truly see the nature of interbeing, we are able to smile at both the flower and the compost in us. We can hold both with tenderness. This is the foundation of nonviolence. When you truly understand interbeing, you naturally become gentle, not just toward others, but toward yourself. You begin to care for your thoughts, your emotions, even the difficult ones, without judgment or aggression. And in that space of care, transformation is possible. You begin to care for your body, your despair, your anger. You stop treating them as enemies. You see that anger itself has roots in things that are not anger, in loneliness, in fatigue, in a certain way of living that may not be nourishing. So you no longer try to cut anger out, but instead you care for the causes. And slowly the seeds of anger weaken, and peace becomes possible. This is the deep practice, dear friends, not of control, but of insight. Not of avoidance, but of gentle tending. When we walk this path with mindfulness, when we stop fighting and start listening, we discover that there is no need for blame, no room for violence. We return to the present moment, to the breath, to the heart. And from there, everything begins to bloom.